Saturday. I hope you're having a lovely Saturday. It is foggy and gray where I am, very chilly. Winter just wants to keep making its little appearance here and there in between our spring moments. But I'm hoping for you that you're having a lovely day, no matter the weather out there. And this is our weekly guild meeting. I am just over, let's say, a month and a half into being a live VTuber, and I'm really having a lot of fun putting everything all together. You'll see here I'm in my war room and my lovely marble wall behind me, and I have lots to announce today. Pretty exciting because I'm still growing. I'm just at the very beginning of this whole journey, which I hope will last for years and years. And I want to thank everyone out there who's been popping in at my live shows. This has been the first week where every single one of my live shows has had more than one viewer at some point. So that's very exciting for me as well. Because for the first month I thought, oh my goodness, I'm going to be talking to myself forever. So thank you for keeping company with me. I've really appreciated your time. And I expect to see some of you popping in and out throughout the day. Now, I have been, as I've been going on, slowly pushing back the guild time, and so I'll be talking about some changes that will be happening starting next week, so that you can be aware and know what's going on. So, here I am, and see if I can make these smooth transitions. I hope that the lettering that I'm using is easy enough for you to see. And I'm just going to go this way. So, gains that I have made since my 1 month anniversary. I'm so excited to say that as of this morning, we now have 88 subscribers. Yay! Thank you and welcome in everyone who's chosen to subscribe. I hope you stay. I hope you stick around and pop in and see what we're doing from time to time. Glad to have been able to talk to some of you face to face and or in person when we're doing our episodes. Now, thank you everybody. Welcome to my channel. You are now officially one of my Msouls, one of my precious mortal souls, whose well-being I hope to help and care for. So, in my gains, by now, I've reached those little milestones in the YouTube channel where we've received over 10,000 views on my videos. That's super exciting. And while we have 88 subscribers, I actually have so many more returning subscribers. About 90% have never subscribed, but you keep coming back to watch the channel. So please subscribe. Please become part of our community. Help me out because I am hoping to monetize. I am hoping to make this really invest in being here and developing new content to entertain everybody. And hopefully also to help. So, with your help, I've also achieved over 250 solid hours of watch time for my videos, and that's just amazing. I'm really happy. Thank you everyone who've been watching my shows. I know late at night or early in the morning when you're on shift work. And I'm glad. Oh, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. I am very glad that you're choosing me to help keep you company in those moments. So when other people might be asleep. And hopefully for some of you, I've even helped to be able to get you a good night's sleep. Not by boring you, no, but by being entertaining and developing those binaural beats behind some of those sleep aid videos. So I also have another gain, very exciting. Last week I mentioned that I was in talks with some different people for trying to figure out if I can collaborate with anyone. Now, this isn't the type of collab where I'm online at the same time with someone playing video games. I am still trying to set that up. But for now, my first collaboration, my first official collaboration, is with someone called Dr. Coffee. And I met him through a place called the Freaky Wizard. And you can look these places up online. They're real people and real places. But Dr. Coffee, he is a real wizard at making music. He's been in the music industry for quite some time, and he can write his own music. He can write his own musical instrument sheet music. He can play lots of instruments. He can sing, and he's made lots of covers over his lifetime for various artists, including people like the Beastie Boys. And you'll see he's got 18 releases right now that he is selling online through Bandcamp. And so I want to show everybody about that. So I'm excited to show you the first of the collaborations. Dr. Coffee, I'm going to go over here to show you this side. He has actually got a new album out, and he's selling everything over here through drcoffee.bandcamp.com/album/Hey Don't Worry. And Hey Don't Worry is a song I really like. Now, there is a full version and it does have lyrics, but Dr. Coffee's given me the permission to mix or remix 2 of his songs in the instrumental version. So I'm actually going to be coming out not only with some shorts, but with longer versions of sleep aid videos and positive affirmations that you can watch and enjoy. So if you love his music, take a look. You can search Dr. Coffee on any search engine. He's got a full digital discography online on Bandcamp. And even right now, if you were to go to Bandcamp, you'll see, if you use the link above, and I'll put that information in the descriptive area of this episode, you could find in my channel page. There's currently an offer of 25% discount if you purchase all of Dr. Coffee's 18 releases available on the Bandcamp. And you can have a look at them, and there are samples. You can hear the music, you can hear the lyrics, and he's such a great artist, he even takes special requests. So if you'd like him to make something just for you as a gift for somebody, or just for yourself to enjoy, or to play in your own shop if you're an entrepreneur, this is original music that you can have. You can stream his work from Amazon, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, and several other streaming platforms. You just have to search Dr. Coffee, and he's a really great guy. So I encourage everyone to go and take a look at it. So here we are. I'm going to dip out for just a moment, and I'd like to show you a sample of Dr. Coffee's work. You'll have to listen carefully. It's behind my new short that just went live 6 o'clock tonight, never seen before today, and it is called Love Yourself, because so many of us take so much time caring for other people, keeping other people on track, and maybe there's no one there to remind us we deserve being cared for too. So this is a set of mantras to help you out, just to take a moment to sit in some quiet, have some peace, and just appreciate yourself. So I appreciate you, and I want you to be well. So here we go. This is, I'm going to have to adjust that down just a little bit so that you can see it. I love this brilliant color in the background. That is courtesy of a painting made a long time ago. I just took a little piece of it because the red was just so brilliant from the public domain category. So perfectly original use of piece of an old painting, and I just love it. So here we are, everyone. I'll go quiet. Please listen carefully. You'll hear in the background, this is just an excerpt from Dr. Coffee's song, Don't Worry, It'll All Work Out. Here we go. Do you often find yourself at the mercy of a harsh inner critic? Do you feel unworthy of love and compassion? Do you feel negative about your potential in life? You're not alone. The beliefs that drive your emotions and behaviors need healing, and I want to help. So please play this set of self-loving affirmations whenever you need to be reminded, because Venus wants to remind you that you deserve kindness, love, and success in your life. Now, repeat after me. I am worthy of love. I deserve compassion. I am patient with myself. I deserve kindness. I am unique. I have many talents. I can be successful. I'm happy with myself. I love myself in this moment. My best is good enough. I am enough. Appreciate yourself, Msoul. I know I do. See you around. Do you often... All right. So here you are. So how did you like it? I don't know if you've ever used self affirmations before in your life. I know my experience with them is mostly to see actors being told to use them on TV, and usually when they're feeling really stressed out. So I didn't know how to use them properly to take them seriously. But here's what I've learned about using these affirmations. So as I make these little shorts, they're about a minute long, but when 1 minute does actually give us enough time to hear, 10 or so really good affirmations. Sometimes I try to squeeze in a little more than that, as much as I can, when I'm making them for you. And what I've learned is, as you say these affirmations to yourself, if there are any that are triggering you, don't use them. But as you listen, you might pick out one or two that really strike a chord with you, that really resonate, and they're the thing that you just needed to hear today, because other people are maybe taking you for granted, maybe not realizing that you need some cheerleading too. And you just take that minute for yourself. You just remember those one or two things out of that 10 or 15, and you take it with you throughout the week. You try to live by it, journal it, create art with it, however it inspires you to get out and do something just for you, to remember you're wonderful and you deserve it. And you deserve to be healthy, you deserve to be happy, you deserve to have peace of mind. And if the rest of the world is too busy, you're going to stop and remember to give that to yourself. Because if you can't take care of you, well, then all those people that depend on you, you're just going to wear down. And then where will all the rest of them be? And if you feel like you're one of those people where, nobody notices me, I bet you there's someone out there that you just don't realize looks to you as a role model for something, or as the bright spot in their day, or as that familiar stranger that just gives them the comfort of a routine in their day, because you cross through the same areas, maybe the same coffee shop, maybe the same park, maybe you're in the same traffic route in the mornings heading to work or school. I know that I'm used to seeing certain of the same faces here and there, and it does give me comfort, even if I'll never sit and have a coffee with them myself. They're just routines or patterns we may not even psychologically be consciously aware of, but every once in a while we may wonder, hey, how's that guy doing? Where is that person? I don't know. Hope they're okay. And, you're that for someone too. Now, we won't debate it. But I hope that you're well. I hope that you remember to keep yourself well. And it's something I have to just stop and reflect on sometimes too. And I kind of like a mantra I've come across recently, and it is every exercise is an act of kindness to myself. That really does cheer me up when I think about I have to get off my butt, I have to get out of this chair, I have to go do something a little more than I usually do to make sure that my body stays mobile and fit and active and not in pain when I need to rely on it for some surprise or accident out there. God forbid, but I hope everybody is okay. Now, I haven't got too much to report today, but what I can tell you in this little guild meeting today is, here is what my schedule is going to look like. I'm going to explain a few little changes. Summer's coming, and where I live in town, since COVID, they took away all the sports, they closed down the community center, you couldn't even go swimming, and though things started to open up this past year, they really weren't fully open, and the town, in trying to save money, decided to be open for senior citizens, the retired people, the people who don't hold down a job, and of course, it's nice at least they were open for summer camps for children. But for those of us who have to go to school or work full time, it's really difficult. And, we've gained weight. We are not as well as we used to be. We're breaking down. And, I did a bit of lobbying. I did a little bit of marching on my feet, talking to the people. I even found the wife of the man who made the decision and begged her to tell him what it's like for those of us who have to commute for work, and then we can't go anywhere to do any of the things that keep us physically fit, and in losing health, And in not being physically fit and gaining weight, it actually brings other problems. It brings other problems to our bodies. And so I really was begging, can we have some times at least on a Saturday or a Sunday or later at night? And they definitely didn't bend on later at night. So during the week, it's very precious to me if I could stay awake long enough on a Wednesday or a Thursday in order to go and swim for just 1 hour if I'm not late. And so as of today, they finally opened the pool on a Saturday and they finally opened the pool on a Sunday. Unfortunately, they chose to open it at 12:30 in the middle of the afternoon, and it's only open for a couple of hours, and it's not open for the same thing each hour. So I'm still not sure if they're kicking people out to let other people in or how big the crowd is because I'll admit today after working on some of my episodes for you, I fell asleep. My week's just been really hectic and I'm just so tired that I fell asleep. Of course, this bad weather doesn't help. It's pretty cold out there, and it was so foggy I couldn't see almost my hand in front of my face, so I thought it was too dangerous to drive. But in good weather, I won't make this excuse. I will be kind to myself, and I will be up first thing tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., which is when they open on Sunday. So you can see that to do the guild meetings now and for the rest of the summer, if I want to get back to being fit, if I want to drop that COVID weight and make sure that I'm okay health-wise instead of exacerbating my problems that come from weight gain that happen because we lost our sports. And the only thing that my body really responds to is swimming, to be honest. I have to be able to swim for more than an hour a day. And that was just something I couldn't find out there unless I drove a couple of hours to the next major town over with has the outdoor pool I've talked about in the past, the plunge pool. And that's a heated pool. So now that I can go locally, I'm definitely going to be doing that. And to do that, I do have to move our guild meetings. So I want to pick an official time. And though I had adjusted the guild meetings to 6:30, I think I don't want to bounce around because it makes it harder for my subscribers to actually come and view me live and chat live. And they need to know a dependable time that doesn't shift around always with different things that come up. So what I've decided is from now on, when I'm doing guild meetings in our schedule, I will do them on Saturdays at 8 p.m. because I'm already doing Dragonflight at 8 p.m. on Sundays, and that seems to be a really successful time. It's 4 p.m. in the afternoon for my friends on the West Coast. Everybody in between, it kind of staggers between that. So it's a time, when people are getting ready for dinner, or they've just had dinner and just want to relax. I think it's been a good time for people to be able to pop in. And not too late that I can't get other things done before getting up for work or school in the morning. So I'm going to stick with that. 8 p.m. seems to be my magic number. Now, my only thing that I will keep later than that will be Tuck In and Chill on Friday nights. I'm going to keep that at 11 p.m. I'm not doing the longer shows like I came out of the gate with, those 2-hour shows. I tend to keep those for the nights that I'm gaming because more people stop in and chat while I'm gaming on the Sunday nights or the Thursday nights. And again, Thursday nights, I am going to keep them at 8 p.m. as well. So this makes things much easier to predict. If you can't remember, you just remember what day I'm on for which kind of show. 8 p.m. will be the standard for most of my episodes. And then the every other week, Tuck In and Chill will be at 11 p.m. because that's a good time for chatting, getting ready for a bedtime routine, hearing a sleep story, and then if you're still not asleep and you're having trouble sleeping, I will entertain you with some of my original ghost stories that you'll never find on Reddit because they're my own, and I've never told them before to anyone. So you get just little snippets here and there from my adventures. Now, I'm telling you about my schedule. I am going to be here tomorrow for Dragonfight Follies, and I think I like this name. I think it's going to stick now. I'm no longer so pathetically geared, and I am staying alive in the PvP rounds, and so now I think I finally hit the level 65, and that was the level where it seemed most people had begun in the dungeons where I fell to my death the first time I entered in. So I think now that I'm 65 and better geared, I'm going to do Dragonfight Follies. We're going to start to dip into those dungeons starting tomorrow night. And let's hope I don't embarrass you. Well, we do it, but I think it will be fun, so I'm looking forward to it. Also, this Tuesday, and to explain, there is a change. The I was debating rushing home from work. I commute from a school that's 2 towns away, and though the weather's changing and the weather's better, there are still a lot of car accidents happening that do shut down the lanes. And for me, I'm in a backcountry road where if it shut down, the only other way to go is a highway. And if the highway shut down, we do live in a place that's nicknamed Tornado Valley, then there's no way for me to actually get home. And so to make sure there's no issues and to make sure if in an emergency I have to use a computer that's not my own in order to talk to everybody, I want to be able to make sure there's no big issues. So the final or the third or final Tuesday of every month is this club, and it's actually run by the guy that made the music for my episode today, and Dr. Coffee at the Freaky Wizard. And this is people who are inventing game boards, and they get together and they meet and they chat. And I found that the information is even valuable to me as a VTuber who wants to try to figure out how to do a little more to serve you better and to find a way to have a little personalized gift that I can give to my subscribers. Because I am thinking of you, and I'm hoping that I will be able to figure out or learn more enough about computers to be able to potentially make a very simple video game online for you. Now, that's not exactly what the game inventors are doing. They're making handheld games, the power card games, kind of like Hearthstone that we played a couple weeks ago, or those Pokemon cards, power cards, those kind of things. But for me, I thought I can still use the same principles, thinking about my audience, to try to do a video game. And let's find out. I understand the theory of coding. I cannot keep codes in my head, so I'm never going to be a big graphic designer or anything like that. But I am going to try to learn this, and I'm dabbling with the ideas right now, looking for a platform. It may be very rudimentary. It may never make it into the real world. I'm not aiming to make something that's sellable so much as just a little fun game, like a fidget toy for you guys that are watching my episodes through your smartphones, for example. Or you're at home and you play those match 3 games just to keep your eyes exercised and functioning, and keep your mind going, solving puzzles. So I'm hoping to do this for you and have this, I'm hoping, in a month or so from now. And if I'm really bad at it and I really don't get it, then at least I'll have tried, and I'll report back to you on that either way. So because of this club, on the third or final Tuesday of every month, I will no longer be rushing in trying to squeeze in a very short, quick episode of Riddle Me Din Din. So that means the Riddle Me Din Din show will happen live 3 times a month, and on the 4th week of the month, what I'll do instead is I'll just post one of what I used to do. One of the things that got the Riddle Me Din Din invented in the first place, and that is I will just show live. I will plan it and I will pre-schedule it to go live at 6 p.m., which is when I used to do the show. Oh no, I did it at 8 p.m. as well. So I'll post them to go live at 8 p.m. so you can still see me. You can still see a show for this made by me, but it will be not the 3-part menus. That's the special for when I'm going live. But it will be a DIY project, or a snack time, a snack night. So not every night has to be a big full-on, 2 or 3-part dinner. It could be something light, refreshing, and easy to put together, again, with mindfulness that I don't want to force you to have lots of pots to clean. So on those nights, it will be a pre-made episode, but it will be never before seen, so it will still be special, and it will still be just for my subscribers who pop in on that night to discover a new snack from somewhere in the world. And this week is also fun in that I can see where some of you are from in the world. There are lots of countries that have one or two subscribers, and so I'm going to think about what types of things might be fun dishes in your countries so that you can join in and make it too. And for those of you who are foodies out there, that you can see something new you may never thought of doing with those ingredients that are sitting in your cupboard right now. So I'm excited for that change. And that'll start this coming Tuesday. But then don't worry, I'll be back next month for the live episodes. And I've got some really great, healthy, raw eating 3-part menus to support all of my friends out there who, like me, have to lose that COVID-15. Haha, you know what? I didn't have a University 5, so I guess it was bound to catch up with me sometime. And I've got to get it off. And I'm going to help you too. Because if the people you live with or your friends that you meet with for that special coffee or dinner on that basis, whatever ritual you have with them, you've got to be able to have someone out there on your side backing you. And so through these menus, the next 2 weeks coming in May, I'm going to definitely be there with some power bar, power ball, healthy bowl, and healthy smoothie type of recipes to offer for you if you're interested. I know some of us are really going to use them, so they're great. Now, this week, really great, I have found a way to access yet another game free, and so we're heading into Call of Duty. I've never played Call of Duty. Everyone I know who's a gamer talks about Call of Duty. This is a new one that's come out there, accessible through Blizzard Games. And so, of course, because I am a Blizzard fan, I know I'm not paying attention to all the horrible press and bad things that have happened. I don't condone any of it. But the people at Blizzard who design these games and get them out there for us, the graphics are just phenomenal. Their mini movies are just phenomenal. Their cinematics are phenomenal. And I just can't pull away. So we're going into Call of Duty, and we're going to be doing that this Thursday at 8 p.m. Now, next week is technically my 2-month anniversary at our guild meeting. It will be 2 months as a live VTuber, and I am so excited about this, and I am hoping to have something for you. Now, I've been playing those mini shorts, those super mini shorts for 5 or 6 seconds each, trying to get your interest. I've definitely apparently blown out some eardrums. I am very sorry, headphone users. I am still trying to understand why my settings sometimes come out super too quiet and other times they come out super too loud when I'm creating my videos. I really don't understand it. Still learning. I'm so sorry. I hope you're not deaf. I hope I did not create any deafness. But it did generate some talk out there of what these are and what is going on. These mystery sounds that happen for the last about 2 seconds and these super short shorts are all going to somehow make sense. They're going to come together on May the 6th. So it's the week after my 2-month anniversary. I was originally counting that first week of May as my 2-month anniversary mark, but I realized, no, we've actually had... I'm actually counting past. So it will be my 8th week, or my 8th Saturday. My 8th Saturday. So I don't know, maybe May the 6th might be. But we're going to celebrate it next Saturday anyways, and with all my gains. And I'm looking forward to that. Now, after that, Dragonflight Follies as usual. Riddle Me Din Din will come back live on Tuesday, May the 3rd, 8 p.m. You'll see my schedule this time around. Everything's 8 p.m. I'm going to copy this page. I should clean it up. It's a bit wordy. I know. I write too much. Like I talk too much. But here's a good place for me to use that. I'm so sorry. I'll talk here. And on Friday, not this week, but next week, we come back to Tuck In and Chill. I've been looking for collecting, and I've been fiddling with this new designer AI drawing stuff. There's a whole bunch of platforms coming out, Microsoft and Dream, EI, and all these different things. I like some, I don't like others, but I've been using up all of the free chances I've had to try to come up with new bedrooms, new kitchens. Some of them are very strange looking. Some of them are look like I might be able to use them in episodes. So because I'm doing as much as I can to be independent and unique and not copying anybody and not infringing on copyright or dancing around it, to give Mixkit a break, they really are my go-to site for the Mixkit effect license. But I have made a few scenes, so we're going to see some new stuff coming out in my backgrounds that I feel pretty proud are just one more step to my own creations being part of what you see and enjoy. And then the guild meeting, Saturday, May the 7th. Am I getting the numbers right? Or 6th? Or 7th? Let me see. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, on the 7th. This is when all of those mini shorts and all the weird sounds and whatever's crawling from behind that wall is finally going to come together. There is a subscriber, one of my very first subscribers, that made a request for what will pop out from behind that wall, and I have found in the public domain some very old paintings of the very thing they requested, and I like these paintings, so I'm going to find a way, Cord Rogue, if you're out there listening, I am going to find a way to incorporate your idea into that final video. Tell a mystery. Let's hope it leads up to something that you find interesting. I hope so. I'm still working on it. And finally, Sunday, May the 8th. So I've preset in advance for a couple of weeks what our schedule is here, and I will pop that into Twitter. I will copy and pop it into Facebook as well. When I started all of this, I had set up a Reddit account, never was able to use it, glitched like crazy, never saw the homepage, and they've banned me for life, and I don't know why, and I've twice written in to ask why when I never was able to talk to anyone or see that home screen or ever put a comment in anywhere. Why am I banned? Banned for life. So I give up on Reddit. I know there's a whole community out there because I really enjoy watching the ASMR artists who tell those ghost stories, and they collect all their information from there, but I'm not getting it. So I can't, I've never found the YouTube area for script writers and the people that give off scripts for free. I've read about all this stuff since the summertime, never been a part of it, so I'm just going to do my own. And that's why I've tucked that into Tuck In and Chill Nights. I have my own, so I'll do my own. And nobody's ever heard these stories because I've never told them. Unless you were the person I ran to or called in the middle of the night because I thought I heard or saw something. And that's about it. So all original as much as I can, as often as I can. And I've got lots to tell because you haven't heard them yet. So that's great. Now, let's move on. So this is something that I don't know what I just did. Not at all. But let's go here. Okay, I'm here. I love my war room wall, really. Okay, so here we were. And here we are now. So, because it's only been about 34 minutes, and I know certain of my subscribers tend to pop in just a little later near the ends of my shows, I'm going to stall for time in case they do pop in and I can say hello. Now, they may be busy, but I'm not sure. So what I've done is set up something. I love it. I don't know if you know how much I love it, but I love Harry Potter puzzles and spells, and I haven't been in it lately. I used it as my testing grounds as I learned to shift between screens, and I think I've learned how to do that much more smoothly as long as I don't have a brain fart. I'm getting them in and out pretty nicely, and so I'm going to play. I'm going to play until I run out of lives. And we know 5 lives for me could last us an hour. Maybe not. I won't make you watch for a whole hour. But let's go in. Let's pop in for, 15, 20 minutes just to see what's going on. And before I do, I'm saying that for the first time I'm seeing that Streamlabs is telling me some of the names of some of the people who've subscribed. So I'm seeing someone called Nazare Diaz and someone called Tabasco Yamahama, and there's someone here. It's a different script. It looks something like Rapum Norep, and I know that's probably wrong, but welcome into my guild. Thank you for joining us 12 days, 9 hours. 9 hours ago. So thank you for being one of my beautiful 88. And so here we go. I'm going to pop in. Let me see how I'm going to do this. Alright, here's puzzles and spells. Now, I got my window unlocked. This is pretty close up. I'm not sure how much of the game you're going to see from this angle, but let's give it a try. I'm going to click to continue because it would be nice to share a nice fortune with you. So let's find out what this fortune is. Okay, so here you can see the top of the game, Grand Prize 3000. Let's move it up a little bit more. Okay, here we go. Full creature meter. And so here's our gold. And we need 5 more puzzles. I love this. So here we're seeing now, it looks like a floating pot in the broomsticks. If you ever go to Universal Studios, or there's like the 3 broomsticks, and there's also the leaky cauldron. Ah, this is the leaky cauldron. It's really cool to see. And I'm just trying to set up this so that you can see it better here. You see, we're going to play this. And you know what, I'll put on some background music for you so you've got some ambiance too. I'm thinking I have to play around with this window a little bit. Let me see, are you seeing the whole game board? No, you're not seeing the whole game board. So I'm going to, well, you're going to see me do this. I just talked about being smooth. Haha, here I am. Peekaboo. So I talked about being smooth, but we need to see. This is going to mess up our end screen again, guys, but I'd like you to see the game that I'm playing. So here we go. And in fact, maybe I can move myself over to the side here. And I'm going to make myself really little and skinny so that I can be in this with you. You don't always see my pants. I like my pants. They're comfortable. I like my boots even more. So here I am. I'll just stand over here to the side while you watch me play this game. So, here we go, here we go. Oh, that's all right. I'll just fit it into my, here we go. We don't need to see that so much as the game itself. So here's the game itself. Yes. And let's have a look. So this is just me relaxing. This is what I do to mentally vegetate when I just need some downtime and quiet from the rest of the world. The Harry Potter Puzzles and Spells, I use it through Facebook. I know it can be streamed through Android and that kind of thing, but here we are. And now that we're in the Monster Book of Monsters, we're in the chapter after that, which is Where's That Wizard? We've got here, if you can see where my mouse is going, this is Mr. Weasley. And Arthur Weasley gives out some really, really powerful lightning strikes. So we want him to get down to the bottom as soon as possible. Here's my Phoenix finally popped for us. My Phoenix is wonderful. I'll never get tired of it. And it's almost at level 2 now. So I'm going to keep using it. Thank you, Phoenix. You're awesome. And I'm going to put on the music. It might be loud, but I feel like just chilling out. So while I'm here on my own, I'm not seeing my viewers here just at the moment. So I'm just going to play and have fun with it. I won't put on, how about this? I won't put on the music. We'll put on the special effects. We'll do special effects. That way, if I do start to talk, you'll hear me a little better. All right, so here's what Mr. Weasley puts out. Look at this. These are the electric bolts going in both directions. This is very helpful. There we go. And I've got one to knock out the bars in every direction. Get out of there. All right. Just let me clear someone else's door. And of course, one. Both out. Oh well. Well, that was pretty helpful. That was pretty good. I've actually been so busy I haven't played this in a day or so. And you know I love to play, so let's do this thing. 9 moves left. Let's see what do that.
All together now. 1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna nail this frog. That was pretty good. Okay. 4 all together. Let me see here. We'll take out the reds.
Wonderful.
First time back. I'm on board right away. I like that. This is a leaky cauldron here with all the stairs. I like it.
Tremendous.
Stairs too. It's really cool for pictures. Yay. I love that it's floating. I wish I could have a floating magical broom. Let's see
Housekeeping.
Okay, we've got some
I'll
gold.
come back later.
They changed their safe, so here we go. Free gold. Let's take a look at the events. Ooh, Quidditch Let's Play. I like that we're at least on the board because then we get a prize of some kind. I'm at puzzle 4. Oh, but I don't have any new lives, so I can't play. Well, that's kind of sucky. How do I get more lives? I need 1,000 gold. Well, that's not going to happen. But at least so far, they haven't woken up to play at all. So far we're winning. Quidditch practice. Let's try that. This guy speaks with a Scottish accent. Now listen to that. Okay. Okay, 23 moves. We've got to get rid of the blues and the reds as soon as possible. Get out of this one. There was a key to float around. This is not good at all. enough gold. Have to go back again. Okay, I got 2 more chances with this guy. Let's get in there. It's lagging. Wow. Oh shoot, I missed that. I messed that up. Get these windows out of the way as soon as possible, and I have 1 move left. I have 1 life left for this guy. Come on guy, help me out. Hey Hero Flame, how you doing? Welcome in. So I featured a new little short, an affirmation on loving yourself today. And I made a pitch for Dr. Coffee. If you look up Dr. Coffee online in Bandcamp, he's got 18 releases. He writes music, and he's given me some of his music that I can use in the backgrounds to my different videos. I showed him what I do, and he was really supportive. So that's information about that is inside of my description. And I just decided today, now that I've done with all of my announcements, I just felt like playing Harry Potter for a few minutes, just in case you had a chance to pop in. So we're up to 88 subscribers. I'm very happy about that. Very excited. And I'm hoping we'll have 100 by the time, by this time next week. I'm hoping. We'll see. We'll see if that works out. So what do you feel like chatting about today? I'm doing great. It's been a cold day over here. I woke up to a type of fog that I couldn't even see in front of my face, so I chose not to drive anywhere. So I didn't go swimming, but I will be swimming first thing tomorrow morning. Finally, my town has opened up swimming to be Saturdays at 12:30, so that means I had to move my guild meetings. I'm going to move them to 8 o'clock at night from now on. Did I have 90 subscribers? Oh, wow, that's excellent. That means we've just gained a couple people. Thank you for the good news. Awesome. I think we can make the 100 by next week, I'm hoping. And on Sundays, locally, finally, they've opened up swimming at 9 in the morning, 9 to 10. So I'll be doing that.
Wonderful.
Starting tomorrow. So I'm hoping to be much fitter soon. Thank you for that. Oh, I'm so excited that we have 90 subscribers. That's great news. So you'll just let me know if you can't hear me speaking. I took off the music, but I did put on the volume, for the special effects sounds, because I thought that would be fun. And I just wanted to burn down my 5 I haven't played it lately, but it's a really relaxing game to me, so I just thought I'd do this. Thank you. And of course, you made that possible. I honestly, when you first started showing up here, I know a blue flame, an eternal flame, and I know someone who started. I actually should talk about this. As someone in my family started years ago, unfortunately because of an accident, the Canadian Hero, which is Hand Emulation Research Organization, and they actually started a scholarship for students with born with and/or had gained disabilities while saving someone's life. And so at York University in Toronto. And so I went around and I'm asking these people, are you Hero Flame? Are you Hero Flame? And to find out you're actually nobody I've ever met in person. You were my first real life subscriber coming in, chatting with me. I'm so excited about you. and so I really appreciate your support. So excited to know that you weren't someone that I already knew. I earned you. I earned you coming in and chatting with me. So I'm really happy about that. So
Wonderful.
Thank you. If you're ever on YouTube, I am on YouTube as Venus Cleta as well, and you'll see me in my golden armor set because I love like all this like ancient Roman ruins and stuff, and I had found this gate in France, in the southern France, that has real Roman armor. It's all gilded in gold and all piled together over this gate where they have this picture, like this statue of Caesar Augustus on his horse facing their main city, and it's a major park down there. And oh man, I'm forgetting the name of the place right now, but Monte something Monte. And anyways, you can get sprayed and I took this picture and I knew I had a golden set of armor that I wear for New Year's Eve in the World of Warcraft. So if you wanted to join me, you can. And I have a full team here in my Harry Potter Puzzles and Spells team, but if anyone ever leaves, I'll let you know when there's room. We can play together at this game. I'm right now. So, if you haven't seen this level, so the last couple of weeks I've been in the Monster Book of Monsters chapters within the Harry Potter Puzzles and Spells.
Sensational.
I'm now beyond that into the area called Where's That Wizard? And you'll see it looks like the Leaky Cauldron in the background, and sometimes it shows pictures of I think it's Sirius Black in the wanted posters. And we've got Mr. Weasley, the dad, Arthur Weasley, coming out giving me double cross electric bolts to take down the gems. The sound do drown out my voice sometimes. Okay, I can take that off after this round. So what do you feel like chatting about today? You were there a little bit with me last night. I told ghost stories that aren't too scary, but they're different. But they're mine. And pretty much I'm just excited about the growth on the channel and that I have a collaborator giving me music to use for my backgrounds for free. Dr. Coffee. Have a check out. You can find them on Spotify and through any search engine. You should be able to find them on Bandcamp. Ooh, okay. So I'm going to take down that special effects sound for now so you can hear me chatting with you. Thank you. So I'm trying to be more aware of the fact that if I have a glass of water while I'm talking to you, my voice comes out smoother. And when I don't take that drink of water, it comes out crackly like an old lady. And also, because I'm not always whispering, but I am trying to keep it low to try to help people fall asleep. And fall asleep not because they're bored with me, but because I've soothed them into it. I'd like to perfect that. Something new I'm dabbling with. What I'm not I'm see well see here's the thing, and I think I want to talk about this. I'm not used to having a live person coming in and talking to me, even though I sometimes see viewers, they tend not to say hello. They're just kind of watching and don't want to be brought into it. They want to stay private. So I'm not used to doing a show and stopping in the middle of it to chat, but I also don't want to ignore anyone that's popped in to say hello. So the only time I have trouble with that is if I'm playing a video that I'm previewing for everybody. But then after that, it's fine. And I've learned like where are good spots to do it. So you don't need to apologize at all. I'm here to chat and interact with you. So yeah, just a learning curve for me, how to work that in all together. But I think I'm starting to smooth that out. So I feel like we're going in the right direction. So I did announce that this Tuesday I won't be able to be live online for the Riddle Me Din Din because once a month now, it's either the second last or the last Tuesday of the month where that game invention group meets at the Freaky Wizard, which is where Dr. Coffee um, um, is there and part of that group. And yeah, so I'll just be streaming something that I've made that's a never seen before Riddle Me Din Din episode, but I just won't be live on that one Tuesday night. So it will be live 3 times a month now instead of all 4 weeks, but it'll still be something new. And for the next 2 weeks, I will be actually posting healthy raw eating menus to help people that are trying to lose weight and they need the support of ideas and recipes that are easy to make that are something that are edible for them right now. Thank you. Yeah, and so one of the episodes is going to have this kind of power ball. If you've heard of power bars, one has power bars, one has power balls, and the power balls are a birthday cake flavor, but everything and like raw eating bowls and smoothie bowls, they're all coming out not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday and the one after that to really kickstart the spring cleaning of our own internal systems. But it's stuff that I really do like to eat and do make at home, and I'm sharing them. And I know there's another subscriber out there, Dark Alice. Dark Alice, if you can hear me, shout out to you, has tried out one of those recipes already. I gave them a sneak peek on the menu from last week's menu, and they really liked it. And yeah, I'm gonna keep looking in that direction because I myself try these things, and I'm doing them myself because I have a personal goal for my own health. And so I'm just sharing anything I come across that I'm trying that's new, sharing with everybody else in case they're looking for something different. And yeah, my question for you, Hero Flame. So when I was looking up the Jamaican dumplings, the Jamaican style, I went with the fried for the dinner, but I also saw that some people boil them. So I wanted to know for you, do you boil them or do you fry the dumplings when you're making them? So that's the question I have for you. Which way do you think is the better way? In this game, I'm always ranked somewhere in the 30s. Ha! But I have, 6 lives, so I'm going to keep chunking it out until I run out of lives today. I really like this game. I haven't had a chance to just sit down and play and clear my mind. And now that I'm in this new higher level of the game, I really like this chapter. And I really like that Arthur Weasley is in it with a really fantastic power. And my phoenix is up, so I'm going to want to take care of that. Not too many moves in this round. Okay, yes. And I saw a lot of people like eating dumplings with scrambled eggs. I do a lot of scrambled eggs personally, so that just spoke to me. Okay, I'm gonna want to use my Phoenix, but there's so many moves on the board I could make too. All right, I'm gonna use this. I like the flying keys. They look like little fairies to me. Okay, I think I want to do this and pop all those lightning bolts. Thank you, Phoenix. Getting nervous. Not a lot of moves left here. Go, go, go. Yes, please tell me a joke. That would be great. Oh no, I'm out of moves. I'm out of moves. Oh no, I'm so close. What's a chicken's least favorite day? The day he crosses the road. I don't know. His favorite day? Would it be Thanksgiving because that's when everyone's eating turkey? What's a chicken's least favorite day? I think I want to work this into my riddle me din dins now. I have a chicken joke. Friday. That's a good one. That's a good one. Fried. Now, okay, now I have to do a fried chicken day. Chicken's least favorite day. That's awesome. That's cute, actually. And now that I'm going to have a new chicken joke for my riddle me din dins. Yeah. We've reached the part of the guild meeting day where my brain is numb and I'm just happy to match my gems to relax. Yeah. Yeah, that's a funny one. I haven't heard that one. Actually, I've never heard that one. Friday. Actually, come to think about it, there's I don't know good or bad, but Chick-fil-A has moved into my neighborhood and I never would have driven through it except they did something very clever. I got this plastic thing in the mail. It feels like it's plastic like a credit card and it says welcome to the neighborhood friends and it's offering me a free Chick-fil-A either sandwich or nuggets. And I wouldn't have gone except now I'm sitting on this plastic card for free food. And I'm thinking maybe I might want to do that. Although then I look at my waist and my waist says no, maybe you don't want to do that, but it's free. So what do you think of Chick-fil-A? Is it in your area? I've never had it. I've only ever heard about it on TV. To me it's an American thing, right? Oh, I'm out of room. Aww. I'm burning down my lives now, that's for sure. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here. Let's go look at something else. Do I still have 6 lives? Do I? No, I have 4. Something's happening over here. I'll ask for some lives. Yeah, oh, so, also, this week coming up is the Thursday night gamer night, and I will be going into Call of Duty for the first time. Have you ever played Call of Duty? It's not the original, it's the newer one that's coming out. I think it's, I don't know what version it is, the third version? Um, but I'm going to be trying it for the first time. Never played this game, but I know so many people like it. It's popular, so I'm going to give it a try. The chicken sandwich. Okay, I'll go for the sandwich then. And I'm going to let you know if I liked it later. Okay, how's pride time? Got 4 lives left before we're done for today. I don't know if you drink these, but V8, it's like it's a tomato vegetable drink, and strangely enough, in my culture and part of my background is Italian, so on one side of my family, and we do a lot of like tomato, like it's abruzzese, so a lot of tomato sauces, a lot of cheese and tomato kind of things, and all my life I would eat that way, and there was a point that I became allergic to tomatoes, and I didn't know how to cope with that because for the life of me it didn't feel like a meal unless I was eating my cultural food. I wouldn't feel satisfied, and if I didn't eat it with a tomato sauce it didn't seem right to me. I've never liked the white sauces, so I got into growing yellow tomatoes and found that the yellow tomato and making a sauce from it, the color doesn't look good. It's not pretty, but I could tolerate it without burning my mouth like third-degree burns from the chemicals of or the acids of a tomato. And so I've been experimenting with that. So I started using the V8 juice that is the less salty version. Well, it's come to my attention, unfortunately, and this isn't in my family, so I didn't expect to have this as my problem. I've developed high blood pressure. And there are certain kinds like gestational, like things women can get because they're pregnant, but they don't get otherwise, and it goes away once they're not pregnant, that kind of thing. But in my case, that wasn't the trigger. And I don't know where it came from other than just stress, just plain old stress, just prolonged not liking a situation I had at work. Wasn't the best, but I stuck with it because of course it pays the bills, and I learned part of what happened in my journey to becoming a VTuber is wow, the things that are going on in your mind when you're upset and you're upset for a long time and you can't solve it really do tear down your internal health, and I just never knew that was a real thing until it happened to me. So I'm paying much more attention to it and people when they're upset now than I used to as a kid. And I've learned that I'm shopping by reading labels. Yeah, I love tomatoes. I love the smell. And I say I love the flavor, but then it burns the crud out of my mouth like as if I ate acid. Like, well, it is an acid, but for me, it actually gave me burns and it would swell my tongue and stop my breathing. And so I had no choice but to find alternatives. Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine. I do things that are bad for me because I can't get out of the habit of it. So part of, my episodes are about new habits, how to make them. You can't simply turn something off. You have to replace it with something else. And so, this is part of my discovery journey as I try to figure out new ways. And so what I've started to do is use these tomato juices, these V8 juices, as the smell and the flavoring of tomato sauce. Of course, it's very runny, but I've tried it a couple times and I found that only the V8 that is the less salt version, so it's a very light green packaging, actually has very little sodium compared to the others, but the original and the spicy versions, they've got over 18, 15, 20% salt. And I couldn't believe like tomato sauces have over 20% salt. And for people watching their blood pressure or say that they're iodine sensitive, they've got a low thyroid. For me, I have a low thyroid. These kind of things can really tip the scales for your health. And so it's funny to me, but the V8 in the cans, the mini cans, have less salt than the same labeled product when it's in those big jugs. So I'm buying the mini cans, and I don't really understand why it makes such a difference, but it does. So I just stick with the mini cans. But I've been getting used to them, so they don't taste so bad to me anymore. Like they don't taste bad, but I guess you have to be in the mood for it. So that's what I use. I will put that on the pizza dough or the bread or the noodles, whatever I make, but then also mix it with other things. So I'm much more into herbs now. Much more into exploring like the herbs in my spice rack to go along with it. And I sometimes put it in eggs too when I'm scrambling my eggs. So, rambling about that. But I mean, my rambles about food feed into my Tuesday night shows, anyways. I think I might feature some scrambled egg dishes in some of them because you know what I use? It's a go-to for me, and you like them too. So that might be the end of May show. We'll do everything you can do with eggs, and the chickens who hate Fridays. Yeah, so I guess what I do without knowing that it was called that are frittatas. I do a lot of frittatas. I like softening up like garlic, real garlic, onions, and things like that, and peppers. I like all colors of peppers. So depending on the day of the week, I might decide I want to eat things that are orange today, or I want to eat things that are yellow today, and then I'll grab a pepper. Because peppers are in four colors, and it's fun. Well, for me, it's fun to eat by color. I don't know, it's just being silly, but I'm I'm a visual person, so colorful foods colors make me feel happy. So I like my food to be colorful. And I've even come up with I was trying to make a goth type soup for a friend of mine who's into black and deep purple, and I use purple cabbage when I'm doing like cabbage dishes and soups and stuff. And it didn't go black, but in certain lightings it could look that way if you're in dim lighting. But it was when you hold up the broth to the light, it's the darkest purple ever. And I mean, maybe it looks scary, but the purple cabbage soup goes really well for any dark theme Halloween party. And sometimes in certain soups or rice dishes, I'll drop an egg in it. And there is a certain like an Italian dish that well, my aunt always made it. As a kid, I hated it. I thought it was gross, but it's like breakfast on your spaghetti. Um, but now that I'm older and I can't do proper tomato sauces anymore, I've come to appreciate it. And it's where you make the spaghetti, and you've got bacon bits in it. Like you make your bacon, but you cut it into bits, like short pieces, and you throw it in there, and you drop egg onto it, and you like scramble it up at the bottom of the pot. Like this is after you strain the water out, um, and then throw in your cheeses. And I started to do it with feta cheese, and I started to add black olives to it. I don't know. Some people love black olives, some people hate them, but I like them. So I will do things like that and mix it up. I know it has a name. I don't even remember the name of it, but my aunt always made it, and so now that I can't have tomato sauce, I'll do this sometimes. And so it's like butter and garlic and whatever at the bottom of the pot instead of a sauce, and then your bacon's in there, and you just drop the egg on, and you keep stirring it so it doesn't exactly scramble. It will scramble, but like not as a big chunk. It'll be in little pieces, and if you throw feta onto it, which is a crumbly cheese, you don't really notice that it's the egg and crumbles. And it does taste, I appreciate the taste now. It does taste good. It's a different taste, but an adventure with scrambled eggs for sure. But also with healthy stuff in it. So I try to load it up, and I always did a lot of different, like up to 4 different Italian spices into things, and unfortunately in my culture, up to 5 different cheeses. So I've cut out the cheeses, as much as they're awesome and so tasty. But in order to not gain weight, As I exercise less and I have to sit in a chair for work more or for school, we always have to sit. And I commute, so that forces me to sit. Too much sitting in this life, really. And yeah, so I'm rambling, but so I'm experimenting a lot with food to make it interesting. And what I've gotten into, which I also didn't appreciate, but my grandmother always told me it gave you better fresh breath, was parsley. And I'm starting to add parsley into my eggs. So I used to do oregano, but I'm looking for a gentler flavor. So I'm into parsley, and then I'll make this vegan juice stuff with the parsley. I don't like pesto. I do chew on basil. I do grow basil, but there are times where it's just too strong for me, and so instead I'll do parsley. And for some reason that works better for me than basil. But still a nice green plant. I figure it's still green, so we're eating a leaf. That must be good for us, I think. Okay, my phoenix popped again. I think I should use it before I'm all out of lives. But I'll do this first. Okay. That's a lot of movement on one move. Yeah. Well, I heard somewhere, and I don't know if it's true, but supposedly you should be able to eat as many hard-boiled eggs as you want in a day, and it shouldn't cause you to gain weight. I don't think that can be possibly exactly true, but I mean, it's very easy to make hard-boiled eggs and then carry them with you to work or school or wherever. You can turn around and make them into deviled eggs, poached eggs, so many things that don't take a lot of time. I love it when I can put two of these magic bags together. Oh yes, it's all gone in one fell swoop. Yay! We've cleared the board. Do you play this game at all, the Harry Potter game? I can never get you to tell me what house you belong to. What house you wish you belonged to. I guess you're a more practical person than I am. I like the fantasy stuff. It's fun. Oh, I'm still ranked 36, but I've got to beat this lady. So do you have any plans for this evening? I don't really have any plans. I think I'm going to go cash in that. Let me see. Well, the fog is finally cleared and it's no longer raining here, so looks like it's clear enough for me. I'm going to go use that free card. I like free food, and you've given their sandwich a good a good promo. So I'm going to go get my free Chick-fil-A and hope I don't get addicted. Actually, the night that they open, a police officer was having trouble making their order. So the police officer was stuck, and you saw someone come out of the restaurant trying to help them make their order. So I hope I see donuts on the menu. I'm being silly, but yeah. The first one to go through got stuck. It was a cop. That's one hungry cop. So, I'll ask you this question, Hero, because I am taking your ideas to heart. If there was an episode, a theme of an episode that I haven't done yet, that you think that would be fitting for us here, or the type of thing that I seem to be doing, let me know. What are your interests other than what I already do? Like, what brings you here? What would keep you here? And trying to tailor things to my subscribers, I'd like to know. Is there something that I am not doing that you think would be great or would entertain you better? Or as well. If not better, as well. Okay, we got rid of our cakes. Oh. Let's get rid of this. Just have to clear the board from some of those flowers. I'll say that I really like seeing the flowers popping up everywhere. I rode away to a place called Tomato Sphere because they give free tomato seeds to schools so that they can run different science investigations with children. And then I give them to whatever school I'm living nearby, or I have nieces and nephews. I want to please my subscribers who actually chat with me. Like, some you don't see chatting here like you do in the window, but some of them will watch the episode and they'll write to me later. Some of them are in my Facebook and some of them are like in my guild with me online. So there's different platforms where we chat even if it's not here. So they're watching but being more shy. They'll just tell me afterwards what they think. And we chat through Steam, Ventrilo, the WoW in-game thing. One of us talks through, what is it, Zoom? Like, well, we see each other online a lot. And so whenever any of you give me something that's an idea you like or wish you could see happen, like the bouncing head song, is one of my very, very, very first it was my very first subscriber who asked for that, and they were happy that I did it. They have not requested me doing another, but we've got the template there that I might show up doing more at another time. But if there's something that hasn't happened that possibly I could do, I'll think about it. If it's not for me, I'll definitely say so. But what if there's something that you would like to see happen, or a dedication, or things like that? Like, sometimes one of my subscribers wanted gun sounds in the background of their sleep story because pianos annoy them. So, like, there's those my war stories that have that in the background. That specifically came from a request of one of my subscribers. So anything like that that would make you happy, water sounds or affirmations about a particular topic, you could tell me what it is and I'll think of one for you. Also, things like your favorite colors. Like, one of my subscribers told me that things done in certain colors, they can see better than others. So I keep that in consideration when I'm making things that I know they'll use. It's all still a learning process. Look, Mr. Weasley, he's so chubby. But I will say this has become the hobby that is definitely keeping me from feeling bored. I have not, since I started this, complained that I feel bored at all. If anything, it's about needing more time than I have to do everything that's in my head, but then also realizing I could potentially do this forever. So, I mean, if it's just for fun and not as a business model, then theoretically. And so take your time. But I find that if I don't action some ideas right away, then I never get on them. So many things have been left to the side, but I know that they're my backup plans. Always got backup plans for stories down the road. Oh, the monster book just ate all my lightning bolts. Oh. Yeah, I can't imagine locking yourself into something you're doing for free if it was a pain. Because forcing yourself to go through that sieve is just draining. Okay, we've got to clear a space to get in and out of this little maze. Ooh. There we go. And 4 moves left. I don't think I'll clear all of these windows, though. I'll clear none of them. My avatar is. So, where I lost my artist, and I hate to say I did lose the artist, I wanted to do more work with this person. I had a lot of vision for what I wanted. And they said they found it too difficult. We had a big fight over the legs of this character. They're too long, in my personal opinion. I wanted legs that showed muscularity and not, the anime long. I know that's the style of anime. And yes, she is in moon boots, and I do wear moon boots in the real world. But I have very muscular legs, legs that I was teased about. And there were certain things about this character model that I wanted to keep because it's me. There are things that people in the world haven't had an appreciation for about me and that I was bullied about. And I wanted to be successful in this with a model or a character that represents those things about me that are me by nature and not the beauty that is, I guess, the whatever the world is out there and what its standard of beauty is. I wanted to have my muscular legs. I have calf muscles, I have thigh muscles, and unfortunately people think that's the type of muscles that should be on a man's leg. And I've had guys not want to date me because they thought I was too muscular, and they said it made them feel less like a man to be next to me because their legs had chicken legs. And meanwhile, I was like, what are you talking about? Shouldn't you be, like, happy that I'm fit? And I was never accepted for being fit or too fit. I was punished for being too strong. And it was by nature because my family is mostly male and they're muscular. They have musculature. It's just culturally the way we're shaped from where we're from. And I wanted my thighs to be rounded out above the knee, and I wanted my calves to pop. And they did make the calves pop, but they refused to give me the thighs that I have. And we had a big fight about it, and I even drew over top of their drawing and sent it back to say, please fill that. And they just wouldn't do it. That's when they quit on me. Thank you. But my legs, I have, I guess what you call an H frame, which is the old fashioned what they called a broad. I'm wide like a ruler, but from the side view, it's not so big. But I'm very muscular. But I played sports all my life, and I'm glad that I did. I think the worst thing is when you tell a girl to sit down, and I would be told to sit down because I had too many flexes. And my almond-shaped eyes, which I insisted not to have the round eyes of most anime girls. I wanted almond-shaped eyes because that's what I have, and I wanted muscular legs. But they made them way too long. I would say I'm only 5'2" in the real world. I do look tall in some pictures though because I know how to pose, or put my legs because I was a child model as a kid, not as an adult. So we learned, and I know I took ballet and tap dancing and acro and all those things that when you're a fortunate kid, I got to be in a dance studio. So I was always working, but I played sports. I played hockey. I played soccer, I played basketball, and as short as I am, I made the college basketball team because I could switch from the three-point line with my left hand, let alone my right hand. I was right-handed, and it drove the coaches nuts when I go to try out because they're like, miss one shot and you're off the team, and I wouldn't miss a shot, and I would draw so many fouls in a game because I'm so short, but I would do how people in baseball slide to first plate or slide into home. I'd slide right through people's long legs because they didn't know how to crouch down to get that ball for me. And I attribute this to growing up in an era where the Globetrotters would go visit schools and they would play fundraising games against the midget team, like actual midgets, like little people. And no, the stubborn person, it hurts, but I would keep doing the things I wanted to do. Unless health changed it for me. I've broken a few bones. That's the only time I sat down. So I could heal and get back up again. But my legs in this avatar bother me a little. I showed my mother this and she's like, what's wrong with the legs? It's deformed. Why are they so long? And I said they wouldn't listen to me. And because I like the model's face, the upper body was good, I didn't want to change the model. Thank you. I'm still good at coaching kids. I still, I've coached kids up until this year, and I still have students who come and want me to come and watch them play their games, and I give them pointers. One of the things I did as a new teacher is I would confiscate a basketball or a soccer ball from a kid if they're whipping it around in the classroom. I'd say, "You want it back? You got to play me at recess," and they'd have to play me to win it back. I'd play horse or, whatever. And they thought it was so funny because I was this tiny little female, and I was I ended up being the grade 12 basketball coach of the boys team because no one would do it. But I mean, I was a good player and nobody expected that. And these kids would be so proud to show their friends this little female is their coach, and we'd go on and win games. But I could show them what to do and they could feel the difference because I knew how to play the game. I just loved it. I miss playing. I'm not in the shape I used to be, of course. COVID really hurt my system, and not being a teenager anymore, I'm finding that as a female body, it's hard to get the weight off once it's come on, even though you're doing the right eating. I need to up how much I physically move because walking is not enough. Dancing around for an hour is not enough. But I grew up playing sports multiple hours a day, and so I need to get that discipline back. I know in my mind I can do it. I just need to be. I can be such a fun person. I am the person that will. I used to do bridge jumping before we heard of yogi bungee cords, and but I was a diver. I like being on a roller coaster, and I'm finding that, it's a bad idea to take a guy on a date to a theme park with a roller coaster. Why? Because I'm winning the prizes and I'm the one lifting both my arms off the bar going down the hill. My girlfriends are good for taking to theme parks, but I can't take a guy. I don't know. They don't seem to handle it so well. But I'm also living in a part of the world where people come from other countries where they're not exposed to these types of things. So, I mean, I have had that blessing to have been exposed to a lot of different things and to have been able to travel. And where I haven't traveled to in this world, people from those parts of the world are coming here and I get to meet them and being curious, always learning about what they come from, their points of view, and I've always valued that. So, yeah. And, so, this game is over. Have I used up all of my lives today? I'm not sure. Let's come out and see. Oh, somehow I gave myself some free time here. All right, so if you're not bored, I'm not bored. I'm going back in. We're looking for Luna's little... Maybe we'll do spectrals. We've opened 2 boxes. I haven't made it all to the end of this game. I hope this isn't boring you. I just thought this would be a fun one to do before I didn't have a very long episode to feature this week, so I just thought I'd do something a little bit fun while we chit-chat. Chit-chat for our weekly meeting. But yeah, so talking about my avatar, so I basically upset my artist, and I'll still credit them for, they did a great job in creating my vision for the face, the upper body. Really love it. I love the outfit. It's a little different, but I asked for something that I would be able to really build in cosplay, and they gave me that. And I'm working on actually making the wig and the gloves right now for that. Thank you. And I'm just sad that I lost them because I did want to do more work with them and they found that it was too hard or too intricate, or, I tried to give them tips, like as in financial tips, to keep them going, but I think they really like doing the type of thing that they do. And I don't really understand too well, but the creation of quick characters that can be adopted for $5, and it's like the quick money faster. They like to whip up a character, but they had never made one for rigging for VTubing before, so mine is their first. And I think, I credit them. and thank them in my different shows where I featured that. But at the same time, I wish that we could have done more business together because I did have a vision for, and I think they would draw this character the best because this is their baby, kind of, and it's my baby now. But I wish that the legs had been more reflective of my real athletic legs, which were unpopular with people throughout my life. Um, because they felt that men should be muscular and women should not be. And I'll have to say, I don't know if you follow tennis at all, but there was a time where there was a Venus and Serena Williams that came out from the same university that I came from, the same neighborhood I grew up in, but a generation, different from me. And they came out fully muscular, winning all these awards. They were popular. They went on to be celebrities and have celebrity friends. And they never did diet. They never did make themselves small to fit in. And I really appreciated them. And I found there was a time I was dating people who had their crushes were on them, those muscular bodies. And it's not a lot, I guess, who accept a strong female body. I don't know. Or at least where I'm living, that's what it was like. So I wish if I were to do one thing to adjust my character model is give her the thigh muscles that I have. Because I wanted to not be ashamed, and I know that it's not in keeping with the traditional anime look, but I'm not the traditional anime look. My face is shaped like anime characters, I found out, but not my body. And I want it to be mine because I want it to be like acceptable, I guess. I don't know how to put it. That I'm not ashamed of looking the way I look because this body carried me through my life and it's never let me down. So, have I ever thought about someone that helped? Well, I think I found the rigger, Nikhil Sapra, really did a great job of going through and fixing this so it could be rigged properly. Um, but that took a lot, and he had a team working on it. I think if I were ever to trust someone else to tweak this design, it would be him. And I'm hoping to do more work with him in the future. I just find we live on other sides of the world, so it's hard to get in touch with him because when he's asleep, I'm awake, and when I'm awake, he's asleep. And it's very hard. I fell asleep last time I was trying to talk to him. I just couldn't stay awake, so I had to go back to sleep. It's hard when, it's amazing that we can talk to each other from all around the world, and yet we're in all these different time zones. It's funny. It's a miracle and it's funny. Thank you. And I wanted it to be, my vision and not a standard thing. And I really love her. I do also, the hair, I was hoping to be a little bit more, I feel like the front is perfect, but the back would have made it a little bit more distinct. But the style's great. And the color around the face is great. I am finding, though, and I don't understand why it's happening. I know there's an article out there somewhere I found, I can't remember where it was, to explain why the parts of my hair that are tweaked with the turquoise, like aqua color, why does it become a window and show black or like the background color through it instead of being solid? Why does the turquoise disappear? And I don't understand what that means. I know there's an answer out there for that. Yeah, time zones. So that's something I do want to solve. But sometimes when I'm picking background colors for my affirmation videos, I'm thinking what color I'd like to peek through. So she always has a little bit of a different highlighting to her. And I try to make that deliberate when I can, because seeing the black coming through kind of doesn't work for me. If it was deliberate black streaks, it would be okay. It would be a bit gothic, but when it's just like spots, little like glints, it kind of bothers me. So that's something I'm seeking to get fixed as well over time. Once I monetize, I've got a list of things I want to do. Okay, we've almost opened up this doorway, which we need to do. Oh, that did me a favor. Just dropped a bomb on my square. All right. Oh, only 3 moves left. I don't think I'll be winning this round. My day hasn't been very fruitful in that I really promised myself I would go to swim today, and I actually had gotten dressed. I'm in my bathing suit as we speak. I am. But I sat down just to check one thing on the computer to make sure this was all set up, because I was only going to have about 15 minutes between getting home from the pool and actually like starting up the videos and stuff. And there's a setup I have to do across 2 monitors in order to show everything with me having smooth transitions to those starting and end screens and that, because in order to see your chat, I really have to use one monitor just for the Steam, because there's no way it's allowing me to adjust to see the chat area unless I do that. It just needs that extra space. And as I sat there, I just went to sleep. Although I'll tell you, I made a really nice meal today. It was green beans, something to save for. I'll just say something to save for the Riddle Me Din Din days. But I was trying out a recipe with green beans, and it was really nice. So I had eaten something very good. But I think it's the rain. Yeah, it's the weather. I found that because we really had a fog that looked like a cloud just sitting on top of us, and it was white, but I couldn't see on the road like 10 feet ahead of me, and I just felt like that was too dangerous. I didn't feel good about it, so I stayed home. But I did plan on going out last minute, and I just fell asleep, so I just ruined it for myself. But I will do it tomorrow. I did at least eat healthy today. I only had the one meal today so far, and I know I'm going to be bad, and I'm going to drive out and do that Chick-fil-A thing. But then I'm going to move, because once our meeting's over, I'm going to get up off my butt and I'm going to get my laundry done, which I haven't done in a while. I'm going to go be responsible, that horrible word, and do all the adulty things. Yes, I will, and you do too. So, do you think you're heading out now, or I still have, I think, 2 lives to burn down in the game? Oh no, only one more move. This is horrible. I'm not going to make it in, so let's make it explode. Oh, well. Oh, I don't want to force you to stay. Okay, I'm going to end the game. I'm starting to feel myself yawn, so it's about time I stand up. Oh, let me see. Do I still have free time? Nope. I'll save these lives for later. So let's take a look at how we're doing. We are number 12 in the roster today. I never did catch this fairy, so I'm hoping it comes back again. Okay, we're going to go here. Oh, here he is. If you can see on the side, that Sirius Black is over there on the wall. Oh, I love playing this game. I never get tired of this game, honestly. So I'm going to pull this out. I don't know what this is going to do to the positioning of our end screen when I log everything out today. I'm going to do that. There we go. So here I am. So let me bring myself up. So here I am. I wish I could make it dance. Like when we were in Blizzard playing WoW, you can just make it dance or blow a kiss or something. But in this case, I'll just bring it really close. So you've never really had a close-up on this. So I'm going to show you my boots. So these are moon boots. I asked for that because I was planning on ordering some. And I've got this silver to sew like cloth over top. And it looks like they made it pointy-toed kind of thing. So those are my boots with my shin guards, and I'm gonna maybe convert my actual soccer shin guards into this. Thank you. And of course I have ripped jeans. Ripped jeans are everywhere out there. I do have chains and carabiners that I can put here. I do have a belt like this actually, and this to me is just a swimsuit, but I've got a real corset. I have to make these inlay pieces here special, so this is committing me to finally learn how to do the Eva foam. But the gloves I'm making right now, this chain part here, I've looked at how they did it. I don't know how I'm going to do that with actual metal unless I somehow get elastic or yogi ropes in behind it. On the wig I'm working on right now, where I'm going to do more of a purple in the back, and I've got the turquoise in the front. The wig I found, though, is a little bit darker than this, but I don't care. I can maybe bleach it up later. But it's just a trial. I haven't combined wigs before, so that's a new thing I'm working on for the YetiCon, since I like to do cosplay. Here we go. Turning me this way. So, thank you so much. And I intend to eventually cosplay this character, too. And now originally this necklace actually did go straight down here. There was no cleavage. I wanted to be a bit tasteful with that because, you know what, I've had Baywatch moments my whole life, and I don't want to knock anybody's eyes out when I go running down a hallway. So I make sure I strap those babies in, and I ask them to do the same to have a polite bounce, if you will, just to show that I'm breathing. And you can see here, if we look up really close, see those spots in the hair? That shouldn't be happening. Look at that. Although that looks kind of pretty having the cream. But that's supposed to be turquoise or aqua colored. And for some reason, once we had to split things apart for rigging, it makes these little windows. So my backgrounds actually help me, I guess, highlight my hair for free without going to a salon. You can look at it that way. But my hair has been red, so I guess I'll live with it. I'll live with it for now. All right, well, it has been quite an afternoon. I'm going to get up. I'm going to get moving. Although it's later in the evening for me, I think I better get off my butt. And I'm going to go exercise a little bit before I do the Chick-fil-A so that I feel less guilty. But I will say this, as has become our custom. I don't know, accidental, if you like this or not, but thank you. I am raising my cup of water to you. It's here. If you can hear that. My ice has melted, but the water's still fresh. So I'm raising my cup to you, and I'm drinking to your health, your flame in mine. And there's another viewer out there. I don't know who that is, but other viewer, welcome in. I'm happy to see you. I'm raising my cup. Comes to finalize the end of our guild meeting for this week. I wish you all the best, and for the rest of your day as well. Have a wonderful weekend out there, everybody. Don't forget to do something to take care of yourself. I'm having a drink of water. Cheers. Chin chin. That was the last of my cup, and I saved it just for you. All right, everybody. Have a great and wonderful weekend. I'm so happy you stopped by to say hi. Don't forget that we've got some new videos out there now, self-affirmation videos. There's one that's just a minute short, and there's another that's a longer version, about 23 minutes, depending on how much time you have. Take time for yourself. Keep taking care of yourself. I'm happy that you're doing well, and I wish you all the very best. So have a wonderful week ahead, and I'll see you all later. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will head back into Dragonflight, and we're going to head into some dungeons. I think I am geared enough now to stay alive, so we're going to test that theory tomorrow night. Good night. This is Venus Cletus signing off. The guild meeting is now adjourned, and I'll see you all next time. Take care, everybody. And we do have to adjust this one. Here we go. Have a great night. you.